Dedication, hard work. Dedication, hard work. I'm a one-man army. One-man army. The world can go against me. I'm still come on top. I got God on my side. Dedication, hard work. 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 Dedication, hard work.
Hello. What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Guess what time it is? It is Friday. And of course that means it is time for Friday Night Flight on what I still believe is the best mobile flight simulator out right now, Infinite Flight. That's my own opinion. I'm not paid to say that. But good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. Today, if you want to fly with us, I'm going to go ahead and say this now so you can get ready. We're flying out of Kilo, Mike, Sierra, Papa. Wait, did I say that right? KMSP, Minneapolis. We're headed to Detroit today. One of the featured airports. There's like 180 plus arrivals into Atlanta right now. So we, instead of doing what everybody else is doing, we're going to fly to Detroit. Cool. All right, make out. Abbas, what's up, man? Young Pete, Blue Diamond, Mike, Leon Kiwi, Jesus, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here yet. Raven, what's up, man? Jan Palais, ACpt43 Squawk, Justin, what's up? Benjamin, my friend. Bob Jones, Felipe, Aviation.com, Nightbot, welcome back. Oh man, Dubs, what's up? Welcome, man. Welcome, welcome. Josh, Kit Kat, Mike. Who's our actual VIP though? Let's go all the way. Let me scroll all the way back. Bob Jones, HiFlyer, Zaid Martinez, Justin, HiFlyer, Jet Aviation. You guys are our VIPs today. Let's get started. Let's get going because we don't want to get stuck in the back of the line, right? Yeah, so let's make it happen. We're obviously flying Delta today. Let me get my camera and all that stuff up on the screen for you guys so you can see my face, which you guys keep asking about for some reason. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Blue. We got Blue right there. Yeah, he's over there. He's hiding behind a pillow, but he's over there chilling. So you might hear him shake it off later on, whatever. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get going. My flight plan's already filed. We're ready to go, and we need to. I think passengers are ready. They're waiting for us actually. Delta connection. That's what we're doing today. Altitude. There's two other things. See, seatbelts, no smoking signs, nav lights. Infinite operations is linked. Perfecto. And we just gotta push back. I don't know if there's ATC here. Yes, there is actually. Let's listen to the ATIS. And kill the music. And beautiful.
Visibility 10, temperature 11, dew point 1, altimeter 3005 remarks. Interception departures allowed landing runways 30 left and 30 right. Departing runways 30 left, 30 right and 17. Advise on initial contact. You have information alpha.
Information alpha, people. Alright, we're gonna go and switch back to ground and get our pushback clearance out of Minneapolis today. We'll go ahead and request pushback immediately. Don't want to waste any time. Gonna have a lot of traffic. So if you want to fly with us again, we're in Minneapolis. Feel free to come in any Delta plane. Doesn't have to be a 737. Delta has a really, surprisingly, Delta is probably like the, alright, hold in position. It has probably like the most diverse American carrier. They have Boeings, they have A320s, they have A330s, they have 767s, they have all kind of planes, even CRJs as well. So feel free to fly on whatever it is you want to fly. Just make sure you get that Delta wing on the back, you know what I mean? But I chose to fly 737 because wing flex. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So we've been told to hold position, so we'll hold here and wait for a second. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and get everything else ready to go, so we don't have to be waiting while we push back. So altitude, as I always do, initial climb 2,000 feet. Let's see, we have our seatbelts on. Oh, that's good. Let's check our fuel. Today's flight's gonna be probably about an hour, hour and a half. I would go with 3.5 hours of fuel at least, with traffic and all that. It's gonna be pretty busy in Detroit. Passengers, we're gonna have a full flight today. It's Easter, guys. We got Easter traffic today, so we got a full flight. We got a lot of people who want to get to their families. Alright, trim, I'm gonna set that to, I believe, 10 or 15. Either or. Can't go wrong with either. Daniel TV, thank you for the host, my friend. Thank you for supporting Blue Games on Twitch. And again, we are live on Twitch and on YouTube, so feel free to take your pick, whichever works better on your device. Do your thing. My flight number is Blue116. That is my usual. What's up, Javion Johnson? Good to see you, man. Let's see, I think we're good now. That's basically all we need to do. I gotta say, coming from X-Plane, it's kind of nice to not have as much things to do in the beginning. Like a little bit less setup. Actually, a lot less setup. If we were flying in a full fidelity 737, we'd be sitting here on the ground for an hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes just starting the engines, and then another 25, 15 minutes probably taxiing and waiting for clearance and all that stuff. So, oh man, no problem, Thomas. I was hoping you can be able to make it. I saw you chatting on Discord earlier, but it should be a pretty quick flight. Let me go ahead and update. We were all of us were kind of in a rush to get our flight going today. It was we were trying to decide where we wanted to fly and all that stuff today, and we kind of decided at last minute, so kind of late getting all the flight details. But if you want to, if you're here in the session with me right now, you can always copy any of our flight plans. You should be good to go there. I'm gonna go ahead and post the flight plan in the description for anybody who wants to fly it later. I do have my charts on board. I have who's gonna be my co-pilot today? Anybody's gonna be who wants to be my first officer today? Lano673, thank you for the subscription and welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. And don't worry, my first officer seat is like massive. Like I can fit like 10 of you guys in it. But all I ask, if you're gonna be first officer for me, is that you know how to fly a Boeing 737 and you know all the speeds. you know everything. You know everything about the plane. That's what I request. If you're gonna be my first officer, in any of my flights, you need to know how to fly the current plane. So do your research or Google it, either or. Alright, so we got a lot of traffic pushing back behind us, probably taking off runway 30 right. And I parked like right next to it because I was like, I already know people are gonna be over here. So full flight plan for the guys who are interested. So we'll be taking off, runway heading. Oh, here we go. Pushback approved. Alright, we're clear behind us. And starting pushback. Actually, beacon lights on first and then starting pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stephanie, and on behalf of the entire
Pushback
crew,
nose
I'd
to the
like
left.
welcome you
Minneapolis
aboard.
St. Ground,
They have
Romeo
successfully
Oscar Yankee
executed
Bravo
their good
996.
time.
We'll brief our departure in a little bit.
You may have received your upper note.
Minneapolis
Make
St.
sure you
Ground,
keep that
Delta
securely fastened
2578,
and all
ready
carry-on
for
Are all the
bags
sounds good for you guys? Everything's sounding good, not dropping any frames, no buffering, none of that stuff?
Please make sure you seat back.
Let me know. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Is
Thank you.
that the line? I think that is a line. That is a line.
Romeo Oscar Yankee Bravo 996.
Alright, engines are gonna come on, starting with engine number 2.
Holding position, Romeo Oscar Yankee Bravo 996.
Yeah, we went a little wide. That's okay.
Pushback approved. Minneapolis St. Ground.
I'm just gonna
Delta
stop
1
it right
heavy,
there.
Ready for pushback with information Alpha. Pushback approved. Blue 120.
Alright, engine 2 is spooling up.
St. Ground, Delta
That's
Lima
10% in one,
654,
11% in one,
pushback
12,
with
13.
information Alpha, requesting runway
At 20, we're gonna
30
introduce
right.
fuel, which you can't do,
Minneapolis
but
St.
now it goes green,
Ground,
introducing
Delta
fuel,
2578,
and
pushback with information
won't
Alpha.
have a good engine.
Delta
Engine number
Lima
1.
578, sending duplicate messages. Delta Lima 654, hold position. Holding position, Delta Lima 654.
Yes, if you want to skip the line, spawn by 30 left on the opposite side of the airport. Most likely they'll give you that runway, and you won't have to wait as long for pushback. Be smart about it, be smart about it. Alright, we have 2 good engine. Beacon lights are on. We'll go ahead and request taxi.
Pushback approved. Minneapolis St. Ground, Blue 116, ready to taxi with information Alpha.
Flaps 5.
Pushback approved. Delta 1. Delta Lima Victor Alpha 173, taxi to runway 30 left. Contact
Feel free to call me Delta 116 today. Even though my call sign-in game is Blue 116, it will be Delta 116 today.
Taxiing to runway 3.
Blue 116,
Alright, taxi to runway 30 right, contact tower when ready.
Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 30 right.
Nice expedited departure out of here today. Brakes are released. Let's go ahead and pick up my phone, shall we? Calibrate my screen and we're rolling.
Delta 2831, avoid sending duplicate messages.
Alright guys, so as a friendly reminder as usual, always be respectful to anybody else around you in the multiplayer server. We are on expert server today.
Information Alpha, requesting runway 17. SkyWest 327, pushback.
By being respectful, I mean don't taxi through people, don't fly through people, don't cut them off in line. These are all things that you shouldn't do.
Minneapolis St. Ground, Delta 1.
And once we get airborne, we need about 10 miles of separation between you and the aircraft ahead of you. Again, ahead of you. Last week we did have an issue with a lot of you guys are going pretty quick. Today, hold on, let me taxi. I'll let you guys know in a second, but we will have a cruise speed. I think it's Mach 0.77, but I gotta double check. Give him some space. Okay, I was wrong. Mach 0.80 is our speed today. So cruising today, guys, at Mach 0.80. So once you get airborne and up above about 27,000 feet, go ahead and put that into Mach 0.80, and we should be good. So the thing is, like, if you actually follow the speeds, like it happens in any group flight. If you're in any group flight with any virtual airline or anybody, the best way to keep you from overtaking people en route, no matter how long the flight is to, you know, fly at their same speed. So, because if you don't, then towards the end of the flight, you'll just bunch up and then IFATC will ghost you. But alright, let's see. Last checks here. Seatbelt signs are on. No smoking signs are on. Nav and beacons are on. We have 2 good engines. Altitude set to 12,000. We'll be flying runway heading on the way out. We'll climb out at 250 knots. Once above 10,000, we'll switch to 280, 90 knots. One of those. And then once we get above 27,000, we'll be going at Mach 0.8, which is pretty quick.
Minneapolis St. Ground, SkyWest 327, ready to taxi to runway.
Do we still have that aircraft off our left wing? Is he still there?
Delta Lima 654.
Okay, he came in behind us. Okay, cool.
Pushback approved. Delta Lima 654. Delta
Alright, we'll go ahead and switch to tower.
Thank you.
Don't need to talk to him yet, but we'll switch to tower since we're pretty much here. in the sequence for departure. Again, double check, guys, before you take off. Make sure you have enough fuel. Make sure you have plenty extra fuel too, and just in case it gets really busy at the arrival airport. And I am not looking at comments, so if you have asked anything since we started taxiing, I haven't been looking, so please hold any questions for me until we get airborne. Or pretty much until autopilot is on.
Frequency change approved. Delta Lima Victor Alpha 173. Good day.
Echo Sierra Charlie Oscar Romeo Tango, maintain slowest practical speed.
Maintain slowest practical speed. Echo Sierra Charlie Oscar Romeo Tango.
So again, for this week's Friday night flight, if you haven't noticed, Delta is the featured airline. They're actually featuring Delta Virtual. I personally don't know much about them, so I can't say much about them, but they're featuring all the, like, you know, the Delta aircraft, stuff like that. The main airports are Atlanta and Detroit. We are flying to Detroit. I already heard a lot of you guys have actually already flown to Atlanta earlier today, or will be later. Somebody's on final.
Number 1, cleared for the auction.
Oh, cool. Somebody's doing pattern work out here. That's new. You rarely get to see that. I guess the airport is not busy enough yet, but you rarely get to see people doing pattern work at on Friday night flight, which is cool. I've been kind of wanting to do that. Something I haven't done in a long time on Infinite Flight is pattern work, and maybe even showing some of you guys who are newer to flight simulation, like how to correctly fly a pattern on Infinite Flight, and how to call your position and all that too. Maybe we'll do that someday in a GA plane or something. Alright, we're next up. We'll go to the whole short line and then request takeoff. Turn our HUD back on.
Frequency change approved. Romeo Echo Delta 2. Good day.
He's already rolling, so let's go ahead and request takeoff. Request takeoff from runway 30 right, blue 116, departing straight out, I guess. Yeah, straight out.
Minneapolis St. Tower, blue 116, ready for takeoff at runway 30 right, departing straight out.
Hold short 30 right.
Hold short of runway 30 right.
Minneapolis St. Tower, Air France 6354, ready for takeoff at runway 30 right, departing straight out.
Holding short runway 30 right, blue 116.
Oh wow, look at all that traffic. Thank you everybody who's flying with us today. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm looking forward to looking at the replay so I can see who all got to fly with us today. I see some A320s. I see some 737s. I saw a CRJ earlier. Somebody's waving their their rudder at me. I see it. Yes, yes, happy Easter, guys. I actually don't get any days off for Easter this year. I actually work with the church, so like as you know, the church are working pretty hard on Easter. So
Echo Sierra Charlie Oscar Romeo Tango, requesting departure to the west.
I'll be working all weekend, even Sunday. So I'm hoping maybe I'll get a day off next week sometime. We'll see. Maybe Monday or something. Actually, no, I gotta work Monday too.
Echo Sierra Charlie Oscar Romeo Tango.
Echo Sierra Charlie Oscar Romeo Tango, frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved. Echo Sierra Charlie Oscar Romeo Tango. Good day.
Alright, so we're just waiting. He told us to hold short 30 right. We'll just wait for him to clear for takeoff. It should be pretty soon. Yes, there is a 757 in this game. Lane on 673. I'm grade 3 and we're on expert server, so I don't know if that answers your question.
Blue 116.
Alright, clear for takeoff.
Runway 30 right, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, strobe lights and land lights are on. This is when you would turn the taxi lights off. Don't mind me. Sometimes I mention things that are not actually possible yet on infinite flight. It's just good to kind of know and think about it. Train your brain to know to do some of these things. Right, we are a firm on 30 right.
On runway 30
Sorry for my
right.
kind of stuttery taxiing here. All right, calibrate my screen and go for it. Airspeed's alive.
Minneapolis St. Tower, Air Canada 225 Heavy is 35 nautical miles to the east at 35,800 feet.
100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Air Canada 225 Heavy, please check tutorials on the forum for assistance using ATC instructions. Air Canada 225 Heavy, frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved. Blue 116. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Blue 116, request frequency change.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to hit that button. And now I'm climbing too fast, trying to look for ATC things. Alright, let's go flaps up.
Flaps up.
Blue 116, frequency change approved. Good day.
Yeah, my bad. I don't know who ATC is today, but I did not mean to hit that button when I asked for frequency change.
Frequency change approved. Blue 116, good day.
Delta 1, line up and wait runway.
Alright, we're flying runway heading. We're kind of off the heading that we want to be.
Delta 1.
Tune out of Minneapolis Tower. Still flying it by hand. We're passing 5,000 now at 200 knots. Just kind of watching the GPS here. Our runway heading was 301, and we just kind of like moved off to the left a little bit, but we're okay. Alright, let's go ahead and lock our speed down there before we start speeding. So auto throttle is now engaged, but we're still flying it by hand. Something I like to do in infinite flight, because it's so easy to forget. Jesus, we're going. Why is our climb so steep? But it's so easy to forget about your speed and stuff like that. So I usually just use auto throttle at a certain point. Alright, still flying runway heading. I'm at 240 knots indicated. Ground speed 277. Vertical speed is not 3,000. Climbing. Trying to maintain a constant vertical speed. Not doing a good job at it right now. But it's all good. Alright, there's 10,000.
However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated in case
Letting
you
lights
feel
off.
turbulence.
And just for fun, I'm gonna keep flying it by hand. I'm gonna change our altitude to 18,000. That's flight level 180. And we're making a right turn to heading 354 in less than a minute. Go ahead and start beginning that turn now. I don't know, for some reason I'm just in the mood to like fly by hand, you know? Can't let autopilot have all the fun. I look for heading 354. We're still climbing. We're actually cleared to speed up as well. We'll go up to 280 knots. That's an auto throttle. We're to climb even faster. Wow, look at that climb, just rocketed. Flaps are up. Nose down a little, because as we added that speed, our nose pitched up from the added thrust. There we go. There's another waypoint, turning it at shut. Continue our right turn. to heading of 66066. Flying our departure out of Indianapolis. We're passing 15,000. That's 15,000 feet. Watching our bank angle there. It's so easy because I'm using a phone for, you know, for flight controls. It's so easy to just like lean the phone, like not pay attention. Like I looked away from the screen for 1 second and I was at 7,000 feet per minute in my climb. All right, got another turn here at Zunby to heading 124. And we're leveling off at 18,000 now. We're not really leveling off, but we're coming up to 18,000 feet. Another turn to 124. I'm flying this whole departure. 124 is the next heading. And still climbing. I'm just going to set this up to 30. I'm pretty sure in real life pilots wouldn't usually fly the plane this high by hand. Not a 737. Now we did pass 18,000, so you would also set your barometric to 299.
Bank angle.
You see what I'm saying? Like whenever you're controlling with your phone, it's so easy to, because you don't have any force feedback, no feel. You don't really know unless you're paying attention to the numbers. You don't know what your bank angle is. You don't know what your vertical speed is. None of that. I don't know what my sensitivity settings are set to. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna zoom out here. Alright, so we'll be flying straight for a while, so we'll go ahead and turn nav mode on, and we'll allow the plane thing. Alright, I can rest my hands now. Okay. So, I didn't mention, we're cruising at 33,000 feet today. And we go up to 290 knots. So far, so good though. That was fun, flying it by hand for a little bit. I don't do that very often on infinite flight. Not with the 737 anyways. William Moore, for those background announcements you hear, those are coming from Infinite Flight Assistant. It's a third-party add-on app that you can get. I believe the initial download is free? I can't remember. It might not be free. Don't take my word for that. So, scenery to expect on this flight. Not much. I mean, this part of the United States, there's not really a lot of mountains. More like there's different rivers and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I think that, what airport is that? Yeah, that's Minneapolis right there. Cool. But mainly rivers and stuff. Like you'll see rivers in a few cities and towns. Maybe some farmland. Don't expect to see any mountains. We will see. I don't know if it's Lake Michigan. I think it's Lake Michigan. One of the Great Lakes will be flying over that. That'll be pretty cool to see. That's the main thing that you'll see on this route, really, as far as scenery. Just kind of watching my everything right now. I was making sure the plane's doing what I wanted to do. We're passing 27,000 feet. And 290 knots. We'll be at our cruise in like a couple minutes. Making really good time, actually. The second, we'll switch to Mach. And there it is, Mach 0.80 is what we'll be doing today. And I was wrong earlier. I said at 27,000 you'll switch to Mach. It's actually at 28,000 you switch to the Mach speeds. Alright, dopeness. So the plane's gonna do its thing. Basically, that's all we need to do. This is Minnesota, right? Minneapolis is in Minnesota. I think it's in Minnesota. Yes, that's in Minnesota. And we were flying over Wisconsin, over Milwaukee, Lake Michigan, yeah, and then actual Michigan, which is Detroit, is part of Michigan. I think, yeah, it's barely in Michigan. It's like right at the border of Michigan and freaking Canada is where Detroit is. Anyways, how you guys doing? Sorry I haven't been able to talk to you that much, except for when you first started. But if you just joined in, welcome. Good to see you. It is Friday night flight on Infinite Flight. This is a mobile flight simulator. And I am on my phone, an iPhone 10, flying for Delta in a 737-900. But so far so good. If I have time, yeah, I'll do an off-stream flight, most likely from Detroit to Atlanta. If I have time. That's a big if. Again, I should say if. I try to do like a second flight when I can after these flights, off-stream with whoever wants to fly with us. But I can't always do that. Like last week, I believe I couldn't do it because I had a lot of stuff I was working on that I needed my phone for. Today, I'll be working on a lot of stuff as well. But I don't know that I need my phone for them, so we'll just have to see. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys are like off, like off. Like you ain't had no school, no work all week. That's crazy to me. You guys were talking about that the other day. I was like, in the States, you get like Friday and Monday or Friday and Monday off for Easter, but you never get a whole week off for Easter. I wish we did. I know I don't this year, but again, I know a lot of people do. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the holidays. Happy Good Friday, Nathan. Yes, sir. Easter is coming. If I'm going by Cincinnati, there's 131 knot headwind. I don't think we're flying over Cincinnati. That's in Ohio, isn't it? Let me look at that live map. Cincinnati. No, we'll be nowhere near Ohio today. Nope. We're good. Oh wait. Okay, yeah. If you're flying Detroit to Atlanta, you'll fly over Cincinnati. But we won't be flying over that. We're flying to Detroit today from Minneapolis. So that's not going to be an issue for us. But wow, 131 knot headwind. That's crazy. There's like a lot of really strong winds pretty much from Cincinnati on to the east of Cincinnati going towards Washington and New York. There's a pretty big storm over Toronto right now. Thank you, Ill to Kill 1 for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. But I looked at the map. So I thought about flying from like Montreal or Toronto, and it's a big storm over there, but you really wouldn't be able to see that well on Infinite Flight, but you might get some low visibility and maybe some low fog or something like that. But some pretty crazy, the big storm happening over there just to the east of Detroit. I don't think that's going to affect our flight though. We should be okay. Alright, we are at 33,000. I'm going to offset it just by a little. And we're good. So technically, man, Friday Night Flight is an all server event. They promote it as you can fly on any server. You don't only fly. It's just that I only fly it on expert server, but technically the event goes on all the servers. The biggest difference is that you are guaranteed to have ATC at the featured airports on expert server. When on training server, you're not guaranteed to get it because those guys just kind of control whenever they want to control. You know what I mean? So there's no standard really for people who do ATC on training server. So good luck with that, honestly. And then casual server, you know, there's people fly on there. A lot of people fly on casual server. I think probably more people fly casual server than training. I think like the top two were expert server is the most popular, and then there's casual and then training server. But obviously, if you want to get your, you know, all that, well, I don't know. You can do landings with casual server, right? To get you to expert server, I believe. I think you can. What monitor am I using? It is an AOC. That is all I know. It's what it says right here. I don't know like the high-tech name of it. It's not really amazing screen. I don't know how many inches it is either. I do have a link in the description though that does have my monitor. I just don't remember what it was. But at the very, very bottom, I think of the description, I have a link that goes to, it's like an Amazon link. You don't have to buy anything. It just shows everything I have and where you can buy it if you wanted to have it. In Haynes, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. They didn't do Delta Belly on here? Oh man, they're missing out. That's the best Delta livery, is with the Delta Belly on the bottom. That's the one I like. That is one I like. All right, we have 53 minutes till we get there. And we have a nice 30 knot tailwind. Can't complain about that. Lufthansa Virtual Airline Infinite. What's your locks? I don't know what that means, my friend. You have to ask that again, Mr. Lufthansa. Raven with the host. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, bro. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. Cloudy and 41 degrees. Where in Detroit? What are you talking about? I'm kind of lost. Let's start over. Let's start over on the comments. I jumped like right in the middle of something. In Haynes, we're flying to Detroit today, my friend. What else you got for me? Oh yeah, Minneapolis was a North Force hub back in the day before they merged with Delta. That is very true. Let's get some jams playing in the background. Let me get the pretzel. Let me hit up pretzel. See what they got for me today. Cause they did good last week. I like what they were spinning. If I can find it. So what do you guys think? I know every time we stream, we talk about stuff that's upcoming on Infinite Flight. We all know what, you know, the A350 talk has kind of been worn out. So we don't have to talk about the A350 coming out. I'm cool with that. I think we're still a ways away from seeing that come to life. But they have been talking about this new scenery that they're testing out for some other regions. And I'm pretty, you know, I think anytime it comes to having more options of places to fly to, I can never be upset about that, you know? So I'm pretty, turning that down. I'm pretty excited for some new scenery to come. It's not like you couldn't fly in South America and these other places before. It's just it wasn't enjoyable to fly there when the mountains looked like poop, looked like green poop, just mushed together for hundreds of miles. That's what it looked like. So that's why you've never seen me fly in Brazil on Infinite Flight, and I'm sad about it because there's a huge Brazilian audience on Infinite Flight. Well, I hope they're still here. I haven't seen much from the Brazilians lately. I don't know if any of you guys who are watching, or not just Brazil, but South America in general. I don't know if any of you guys are from that part of the world, but hopefully you're still around waiting for this new scenery to come out. And yes, I really do hope they bring to Singapore, because that is one of my favorite places to fly. Well, Singapore Airlines is one of my favorite airlines, but I don't fly them because they don't have Singapore. And so yeah, I would love Singapore. I think the main places that I would love to see scenery personally are South America and the Singapore area, like the whole region around Singapore. Two really significant places in the world that I would love to fly to, that is just not quite high quality scenery yet on Infinite Flight. So You know, I agree. I absolutely agree. And if any developers are listening to my voice right now and can make this happen, I will help you. I'm not kidding. Like, if there's a serious developer out there that could make a SimBuddy for Infinite Flight, and what does that mean? Because if you fly Infinite Flight, you don't even know what the heck SimBuddy is. But on X-Plane, I fly with a website called SimBuddy, and basically it's just like FS Economy as well. It adds an economy system to your flight simulator. Now, I'm personally really into tycoon type games and games where you can build up a business and earn money by doing things, and I love flying. You put those two things together and bro, you got me. Samurai Black, what's up, man? Thank you for the host, appreciate that. So that's what I do. Honestly, that's what I spend all my flight sim time doing, is economy stuff. FS Economy is one of those things. SimBuddy is another one of those things where I can go and fly on X-Plane or P3D or FSX, and I can earn virtual dollars by taking virtual passengers from A to B, get paid for that, build up an airline so that I can buy more planes. Now, the Infinite Passenger sort of did this, but there's so much more potential here, and I don't know that they even plan on tapping into it. But Infinite Passenger, which is a third-party app already for Infinite Flight, it's been out for over a year. Had some hiccups and whatnot, but it exists. And so they added a way where you could buy planes, virtual planes, with virtual dollars that you earn by doing flights on Infinite Flight, which was amazing. That's why I freaking love that app. I had an airline called Blue Arrow Global. Matter of fact, it's probably still there, but I don't have a subscription to that anymore. But I don't know, it kind of phased out. I personally didn't enjoy the way that it worked. The changes they made really threw me off. So yeah. But yeah, I think if Infinite Passenger wants to do it, fine. But it needs an overhaul big time. But yeah, I would love to have some kind of economic system inside of Infinite Flight where basically exactly what Infinite Passenger made, where you could fly A to B, earn dollars, and buy a plane, but just something more in depth, more complex, where you can buy and sell planes to each other, not just to the system. That'll definitely get the community on it a lot more. A few cool things that I like about FS Economy, and simple, FS Economy is definitely better, but a couple things that I like about my FS Economy is that you can own an airport, and so other real players, when they fly into your airport or FBO, they pay you landing fees, they pay you ground handling fees, they pay you all of the airport fees that you pay, like ground, all that kind of stuff, and you could sell that airport or FBO for money and get something else. So anyways, if they could add that to Infinite Flight, bro, I tell you, that would help so much. It really would, like, it really would. Anyways, Real Flight Simulator, we are only 46 miles out. Sorry, 46 minutes out, so it's a pretty short flight. Flight was only, when we took off, it said an hour, so we're good, man. Luke, why do I always miss half the flight? It's because we always start at the same time. You always get here at the same time. Yeah, support wasn't that great. I'm not here to bash Infinite Passenger, because they had a great app at one time. And it just fell off. So it's I don't think it's too long gone to probably get a good overhaul and really do something good with it. Like they already have a lot of things in play to make some amazing things happen. They just need to. He probably needs help. Probably he needs a team. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what this guy needs. Nice, Captain Jack just finished your flight in the Maldives, man. How you enjoying that new scenery? Most people who are watching this don't even know what the heck we're talking about. I have been working on so much scenery, designing for X-Plane, mainly for our own flight group and airports that we own. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying that new scenery. I haven't pushed that to the public just yet. Right now it's only for the flight group. Nice. In Haynes, you just landed from Vancouver to LA. Sounds good, man. That sounds amazing. So what you guys planning for the weekend, man? What you guys got going on for Easter? What do you guys usually do? I know it's different all over the world. What different? I'm interested, honestly, to know what do people do in other parts of the world in Easter on Easter. Because I know it's kind of different in different cultures, different communities, different regions, and stuff like that. So I'm just curious what you guys got going on with that. What is my favorite airline? My favorite airline is United. That was an easy one. I should try New York to Punta Cana. That sounds like a 4-hour flight. Or 3, maybe 4, probably 4. Am I gonna do an Easter stream? No. Pretty much consider this as my Easter stream. This will be my only stream I'm gonna be able to do until next week. So I'll be streaming on the weekend. I'll be busy. What's up, Infinite Flight Aviation? Good to see you, man. Zayd says nothing. What is my favorite flying game? X-Plane, yeah. That really is, it's close, but X-Plane, DCS World. That was my 2 favorite of all time. Oh, nice. New York Auto Shows this weekend. You're gonna check out some new cars. You go every year, pretty dope. What do? You fly. Pablo, what's up, man? You don't celebrate Easter anymore? Man, why not? Oh yeah, Mardi Gras did just happen, didn't it? Am I still avoiding EGNM? I have never been avoiding it. I haven't forgot about it though. It's actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's on my mind. You've done a good job of brainwashing me to always think about EG. I still don't know where the heck it is. I still don't know where it is, but I haven't forgot that ICAO. Can I do a stream on Tuesday? I most likely will, if I can. So we'll see. Is that you like P3D? Yep. What do I think about the 787 Max? Is that a thing? I don't know anything. I don't even know about that plane. How much for all of my scenery? My scenery is free. I do not sell any scenery yet. Now, right now, no. All my scenery is completely free. I don't feel that I'm at a level that I can charge people for my scenery yet. I'll say this though, from doing scenery for X-Plane, I really respect people who make scenery now. More than ever. It is time consuming, man. It takes a lot of time. Even to make even the basic scenery that I make takes a lot of time. There's some scenery where I can just knock it out, but like for example, the scenery that I did in the Maldives took me probably a total of 4 to 5 hours. Actually, I'll say 6. If I add up all the time I did, it probably took me 6 hours to do the Maldives scenery, and 4 of those hours were together where I did one night, so that's why it happened so quick. But not every scenery happens that quick. It's like sometimes you jump in, you jump out, you do something else, come back and do it again. What day do I stream? Usually Tuesday through Friday. Yep, one of the very few things me and Starly agree on is DCS World. Was I talking about KEGE? No. Wasn't talking about KEGE. I think you mentioned it yesterday, or whenever we streamed X-Plane, you mentioned KEGE. And taking a look at it. I haven't looked at it yet though. Nice, Infinite Flight Aviation. Glad you were able to make it today, man. Glad to have you. Yeah, 787 Max would be nice if it existed, but technically 787 already is a Max because the 737 Max came from the idea of the 787. Some of it. An infinite flight stream on Tuesday, that is unlikely, but not impossible. Tuesdays are usually my F1, my Formula 1 days, when we do my Formula 1 career. But that doesn't mean I won't do a infinite flight on a Tuesday. Just won't be streaming it. Ollie Bobs, what's up, man? Good to see you. How would a 787 look? I have no idea. Because like visually for the 737 Max, the only difference is what the 787 has, and that's the really cool engines and then the wingtips. So I don't know. I don't think a 787 Max is needed right now. I mean, maybe it'd probably just be longer. I don't know. But you can fit a lot of people in that plane. It's not really necessary, I don't think. Do I model the runways and everything? I don't know how to answer that. Because the runway is basically just a texture. So it's not really a model per se. The things that you model are the objects that are 3D, that are raised above the ground. But I currently am learning to model, so I've been practicing that. I'm working on my home airport. I've been working on that for a long time. I don't know how many hours I've spent on it. I don't know how much time I spent on it, because I technically started on it like a year ago, maybe, on like just the airport itself. And then this past or late last year, I added like a whole lot more things to it, and then now I'm adding my own custom 3D objects to it, and I'm using that airport to learn how to do the 3D objects and that whole workflow. All right, 38 minutes out. I'm in the 900 right now. This is the 900 variant. What's up, Agent Sonic? What's up, man? Good to see you. This is jamming right there. This is jamming. Let's turn it up. Nice, LPO Aviation. Well, welcome, my friend. I'm glad you're able to make it because of no school. I'm glad, actually. A lot of times on holidays, like when you guys are off, like for some reason I just can't stream. Like very often that's how it works. Like whenever there's like a big holiday, usually I can't stream because I'm occupied because it's a holiday. There's other things going on here, and I can't like really, stream. But I'm glad that this time I was able to stream for you guys on Easter weekend. I know, where's Sherry with our flight attendant right now? Like, what's going on? We ain't got our in-flight food, nothing like that. Have I ever visited Detroit in real life? I have not. The closest I've been to Detroit is Chicago. No, actually, wait. Is Toronto closer? Let me see. Where's Chicago? Yeah, Chicago is the closest. Honestly, it's kind of right in the middle. Chicago is just as far from Detroit as Toronto is, and I've been to both of those. I think I've been to Cleveland. I can't remember. I feel like I've been to Cleveland. I think I've been to Cleveland. That's a lot closer, actually. But no, I've never been to Detroit except for on Infinite Flights, X-Plane, and The Crew. The Crew, too. The last time you saw me stream on a Tuesday was a year ago. That's probably true. That's probably true. Yes, actually that's a good point. The 787 Max would probably be longer with foldable wingtips. This plane, it doesn't exist, so don't go searching it because it's not a thing. I do think, Colin, I actually do think if Infinite Flights somehow had a system where the community could help create airports, it would be a whole lot easier. I don't know how that would work because that'd be tough, you know what I mean? That'd be really tough with it being a mobile app and all that. But if there was a way that you could just like create, like if there was a way to have a database where, and I mean, I'm kind of using the X-Plane model because I mean they've done this for a long time. Apparently they're doing something right, but I don't know how P3D works. I know you can make your own scenery for like FSX P3D too. I just don't know how to do that. But oh, here we go. The Lake Chicago coming up. Sorry, Chicago. Lake Michigan is coming up ahead of us on the nose. But if I mean, I wish they would. I mean, I'm sure they thought about it. I'm sure there's reasons why it doesn't exist right now. but I think it would help a lot with getting a lot of things in Infinite Flight if it was possible for the community to contribute to the core game rather than just making third-party add-ons where you have to be a legit developer to even figure out how to freaking do that. Yeah. I'll see if I can get the brightness. That better. That's all right. But yeah, so I mean, you know, someday we'll see what they do. What you know about that Lego My Ego? I had waffles yesterday. Tonight we're having waffles. Drake. King Fly, hello, what's up, man? 90, yes, it is a great scenery. When is the A350 coming out? Sometime in the future. Delta and good vibes today. Where have I visited in real life? That is a great question. Let's take a look. All right, let's see. Let me look at the map. I gotta look at the map and do that. Let's start with. Okay, so I'm from Houston, Texas. That is in the southern part of the United States, off the coast of the Gulf of Mexico. And actually, I'm gonna put this up on the screen because there's something else to look at. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put this up on the screen for a second. And we're gonna go surfing, or not surfing. We're gonna go exploring the world and show you guys where I've been and where I would like to go. We're gonna get to desktop. Hello, look at my setup. Let's put that away. Okay. I can't even see chat anymore. I'll move that out the way. I live here in Houston. There's like one plane here on Infinite Flight right now. Let's see who it is. Corporate 713, and he just disappeared. This is a traffic situation happening right now on the expert server into Atlanta. Jesus. And so we're Detroit. Actually, it doesn't look as busy as it did earlier. Right before we started, there was a lot more. I saw a lot more traffic right before we started. So it looks like most people, the most popular route right now is from New York to Atlanta and back, because New York is just popular. You know, people just know about New York and the US. Like, no matter where you are in the world, New York is, you know what New York is. You don't know what Detroit is. So a lot of people flying there. This is our little stream train happening from Minneapolis to Detroit, flying over Lake Michigan ahora, right now. Just passing over Milwaukee right now. Yeah, so to answer your question, where have we been? I think after I tell you, we're gonna do some shout outs too. So obviously I've been all around Texas. There's probably very few big major cities in Texas I've never been to, but I've been to Florida, I've been to Miami, been to Orlando, been to Tampa. No, I have not been to Tampa. Been to Pensacola. Don't think I've been to Jacksonville. I've been to Atlanta, been to Charlotte, been to Washington. Yes, I've been to Washington, Richmond, Virginia, Greensboro's where my family's from, over in this area. I've been to Pittsburgh, but only for a layover for a flight. I've been to New York, been to Boston, which is over here. Been to Montreal, I don't think I've been to Ottawa, but I do know some people from there. Been to Toronto. I have not been to Detroit. Been to Chicago, which is over here. I've never been to Minneapolis. I haven't been to like any of this major part of the US, like all this. I've never been to any of this central area. I don't really have much. I don't really want to either. There's not much there for me to want to look at. Been to New Orleans, obviously. Driven this whole highway from Houston to Orlando. Driven that whole thing when I went to the Daytona 500 earlier this year. I've been to Oklahoma City. Also, that was a drive. And driving through Texas is not fun. It's pretty boring. I also drove to Amarillo. That's crazy that I drove that far. Now that I think about it. I haven't been to Phoenix. I've driven through El Paso. I've been to Los Angeles. I haven't been to Las Vegas. I've been to San Francisco. Haven't been to Sacramento. Never been to Seattle, actually, now that I think about it. I wish I would have been. That's a great place to go to. Been to Colorado, one of my favorite states, actually, or favorite areas to go to in the United States. I love those mountains out there. Let's see what else we got. Never been in Alaska. That's on my list of places to go. Never been to Hawaii. That's on my list of places to go. Mexico, I've been to Cancun. No, it's another place over here. What's it? Cozumel on a cruise. Just a little bitty island right here. Let's do isn't there a way for me to use satellite view or something like that on Life Flight? I don't remember how to do that. I'm not gonna worry about it. So Cozumel, Mexico. Never been to Cuba. Also on the other side of Mexico is a little place over here called Plaza del Carmen or something like that we might not be able to find. It's right over here just south of San Diego, which means I also been to San Diego. I just forgot about that. I don't know. It's over here somewhere on the edge in the Mexicali border. So that's US. That's US places I've been that I can't remember at the moment. Outside of the US, I have been to, well, Puerto Rico is also part of the United States, so I've been there. Never been to the rest of the Caribbean. Would love to go. Down to South America, I have not been to anywhere in South America except for Sao Paulo, Rio, and Brasilia, which are these places right here. So Rio de Janeiro is right here, Sao Paulo is here, and then Brasilia is right up here, which is the capital. I was actually there for the last election, which was crazy. And let's see, satellite, close the side tab on the left. Oh, thank you. That looks a lot better. Thank you, Aquamod. Let's see, I gotta open this to see this. Aaron, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. Let's see, so over here, I actually have never been to the UK now that I think about it. I've never been to London, sadly. Would love to go. I'm sure I'll get the opportunity to do that at some point. Been to Paris. Only place I've ever been to in France is Paris. I have been to Lisbon, Portugal, down here. And Amsterdam in the Netherlands, and some other little cities in Amsterdam, or around Amsterdam. I can't. Oh, Rotterdam is where I went actually. Amsterdam and Rotterdam is where I went, and I think it's it. I think that's everywhere I've actually been. If I remember something else, I'll let you know. I can't remember anything else. I think that's all. Yeah, that's it. As far as I've been, there's a lot more of the world for me to explore. Alright, let's close that. And we'll switch it back over to Infinite Flight. I have not been to Italy, but if you want to invite me, I'll come. Alright, let's do some shoutouts, guys. We're getting close probably. Yeah, 27 minutes and 219 miles. We'll probably be descending around 150 miles, so that gives us not a lot of time to do our shoutouts. So let's do those now. I'm actually gonna do shoutouts with people who are flying with us today. I kind of like go back and forth to who's like watching, to who's flying, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll do that. Let's see. What am I looking for? Turn the music down just a little bit. Matter of fact, leave it up. What's the next song though? Pink lemonade. Pink lemonade. Alright, beautiful. You're inviting me to Venice. Okay, I'll be there. Oh, I mean, I want to go to Rome too. I really do. Our plane's good. Ain't nothing happening. We're just flying in a straight line. All right. We're at Mach 0.80, cruising at 33,000 feet. Delta 737-900, 509 knots is ground speed. We have a slight. We're not really slight. We have a tailwind of 7-8 knots. At our 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Oh, Jesus, F14. That's probably why you said check your screen. I see what you did there. All right, so shoutouts. Starting with first in line, we got our flight director, and I like to call him clearance delivery today. He knows why. Today he's my clearance delivery, but also flight director. Starly, thank you again, bro. Always. I hope you know that I appreciate you, man, for everything you do and help with the channel. Raven, same to you, man. You've been a huge supporter since you showed up. I don't think you've missed a single stream. I really don't. But thank you for the subscription, the host, everything you've done, bro. Appreciate it. Next up, we got Blue 8017. What's happening, bro? Thank you for flying with us, Mr. Infinite Leon Kiwi. Long time, my friend. He's a long time passenger, a very loyal person. Love it. Not doing a barrel roll today. Red 2, what's happening, bro? Alex H, Fat Albert 888, man. Good to see you, Evan M. Next up, we got Blue 120, my boy Justin. OG, What's happening, bro? We got our escort, aka the guy who's gonna make us lose our ears, is Danny something Twitter. Then after that, Air France 6354 representing Mr. Kevin M. Delta 1, the number 1 Delta, James Smith. What's happening? A321 Delta something. Captain Jones, thanks for flowers today. Delta 654, Captain Zaid, what's up, man? I know I saw you in the chat. Roy Bravo 996, that is 906, that is his name. What's up, man? Thanks for flying with us. Next up, we got Delta 250 Infinite. Colin, what's up, man? Lucian, what's up, man? Thanks for flying with us. Delta 1175, Captain Alfred. Is that it? Is that it? Is it it? At the end of the line? Yeah, it is. Thank you guys. Wait, did I really go that fast? I did go that fast. All right, well, thank you guys, all of you in the stream train today for flying with us. You guys have done great. I don't see, this line looks beautiful right now. You guys look amazing. Separation is great. You guys, I mean, I haven't been hit, nothing. We alive. We ain't died, none of that. Okay, we almost died just now, but other than that, we're good. So flying back off the coast of the Lake Michigan, into Michigan now, I think. Yeah, into Michigan. Chicago should be to the south of us. See where we are. Let me make sure. Maybe my geography may be a little bit wrong. Yeah, that's Lake Michigan, and we're flying into Michigan. All right, good. Just making sure. So right now we're kind of flying over the Grand Rapids. If people are from the U.S., you know what that is. And actually, no, Chicago is not in Michigan. It's in Illinois. I don't know why you guys didn't correct me earlier. In Chicago, we passed that a while ago. We didn't fly over it. It was to the south of us right before we hit the coast of Lake Michigan. So now we're in Michigan. Grand Rapids to our south. And Detroit is not that far out from us right now. So it's looking good. And I don't like this song. It sounds weird. Switch. Alright. Well, guys, I can't leave you guys without some inspiration, man. Let me hit you guys with some, it is Easter weekend. So I can look into my notes and get you guys some a motivational quote for today and inspire you guys this weekend. I gotta say, man, I've been, I don't know, I've been feeling some kind of way lately, man. I've just been like really, I don't know if I should say inspired or just on fire. Like I've been feeling real driven lately, I guess is maybe the word I'm thinking about. Like I've been feeling like in a way like I don't want to waste time. Like I want to, there's so much that I want to do, man. I know that this might end up being my motivational quote. This ain't even in my notes. But it's like so much that I want to do, and there's so little time, and life is short. It really is. And you gotta take advantage of what. Matter of fact, forget the notes. I'm just gonna go off the top of the head. But yeah, man, life is short, guys. Life is freaking short. And I know we all feel like we got all this time in the world, but we don't. And that's the truth. Everybody gotta die sometime. That's real. And the question is, what are you gonna do in between? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do in a dash? They always say, like, you were born in this year, you die in this year. What are you gonna do in that dash in between? Like, take advantage of the things you have with you right now. And that's what I'm kind of, that's where I'm at in my life right now, personally, is like, I'm trying to take advantage of things that I have at my disposal, the things that I've been blessed with right now. Like right, the truth is, God is giving you everything you need right now. Right now, he's giving you everything you need to handle what you're going through, everything you need to do what you need to do to like accomplish your purpose. That's the truth, period. No matter what you believe in, whether you believe in God or not, you have everything you need right now in your possession. You may not feel like it. You may feel like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I don't have what I need, I don't have a PC, blah blah blah. That's not true. That's doubt. That's stuff you need to like get out of your brain. Like, hey, like if you keep thinking that you need a little bit more all the time, you keep thinking that you need this, you need that to actually be successful, to actually do anything in life, you are going to be stuck in that position for the rest of your life. And if you don't believe me, wait a couple years and you'll still be right here. And I'm at that point too where I'm like, I'm done with being like nice about it too, you know, like I like, and I mean, I'm not going to be like, you know, rude to people, but at the same time, it's like people need to be checked sometime. And I've just been feeling, I don't know, I've just been feeling real strong about that lately. And so I have a lot, man. I've been blessed with a lot of things, and I have you guys here with me. I want to take advantage of you guys being here with me and give you guys opportunities Make sure you guys know that I appreciate you. You know, work with you guys in different ways. It's whatever. I don't know what that is always. I don't really know what that looks like yet, but I know that, you know, I'm here for more than just flying, more than just flight sim and all that kind of stuff. Like, we all have a purpose. We all have a reason for being here. I know that my goal is to reach and inspire people all around the world, and that's what I'm doing with what God has given me right now. So I always tell the story, for example, when I started streaming, I didn't have a PC. I had a MacBook Pro that would not allow me to stream, and I found a way to stream directly from my iPhone. What's up, Mike? Macaulay, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. So I found a way, man, with what I had to start this thing. It started descending down to 18,000 feet, by the way. So if you ain't got a lot, that's okay. Work with what you got. Get creative. Get creative, and don't let anything stop you or stand in the way between you and your destiny. You can thank me later. Alright, let's see. We need... I want this to be... What did I have it on? Dang it. Flight time? Something like that? I don't remember. Pressure, no. Winds, oh, there's distance destination. Alright, we're 148 miles out. I'm descending at 1,500 feet per minute, down to 18,000 feet. We're at 518 knots. Wow, look at those winds. 126 to the north. Jeez. That's like almost a direct crosswind, too. That's crazy. Yeah, I found Vidi. That's what it was. That's what it was. I used Vidi at first. I remember when I first started, I was like, you know, I searched different ways to stream. I was like, yeah, I can't afford that at that time. I can't do this. I can't do that. But Vidi was super cheap. It wasn't free. It was like $1 or $2, but it was so worth it, man. That was one of the best investments I've ever made into this channel. Was Vidi, and yeah, man, that's how it all started. Some of you guys were here back then. I know Justin started using Vidi too. It's an iPhone thing, I think. And yeah, eventually, you know, I finally got to upgrade my channel little by little. So another thing, and I have a friend of mine who's starting a YouTube channel. He may or may not, he's probably not here right now watching, but he's been here watching before, and I think I told him this. If I haven't, I will. And if he just happens to jump on and hears me saying it, I'm gonna say it to his face anyways. But he wants to start a new YouTube channel, but it's like more of a vlog. It's not like a gaming. I don't think he's gonna be doing gaming, but it's more of a vlog. But he doesn't have like great equipment to do a vlog. You know what I mean? And I understand that, because none of us just boom, you have like an amazing camera. Like, it doesn't happen to anybody. But anyway, so he showed me this really good 4K camera like a couple Sundays ago. He showed me like his really good 4K camera. It costs a lot of freaking money. When I saw it, I was like, that's expensive. I was like, you sure you want to get that? Like, I felt bad because he was super excited to show me it, but I was like, are you sure you want to get that? And because like where I'm at, what I believe, what I feel is like, I don't think, like, you haven't even started your channel yet. You have like 30 subscribers. Why do you need a 4K camera for all these thousands of dollars? Why not use a fraction of that money, get a cheaper camera that can just give you 1080, give you HD, and just start, you know, building a market, building an audience, building a channel from there, and use that money somewhere else. I don't know, to eat, live on, whatever. But yeah, man, you don't need all that stuff. That's the truth. Like, you don't need and like a whole, like, if you want to be a recording artist, you don't need a whole studio with all these expensive mics and equipment. If you want to be this and that, like, you don't need all that. That's the truth, man. Work with what you got. Work with what you can afford. Work with what you have in your possession, and start from there, and slowly add things on from there. Because the setup I have right now did not come in one big buy. My full-time job, such a cutie, is I am a graphic designer and a web designer. That's what I do. But yeah, I have a video too about my setup too, and actually tell you how my setup is. If you ever have questions on how to do it, I mean, I'm open. I'm always open to let you guys know what's the way I do it. I mean, I have an Elgato. That's the way it works. That's what works for me. I mean, there may be a better way to stream from a mobile device, but that so far it seemed to be the best for me, is to use the Elgato with an adapter to get into your phone. So. Yes, I am live on Twitch as well. I know that wind is crazy. Boom, boom, boom. If your frame rate, I'm going back through some of the older comments. If your frame rate is bad on Infinite Flight, you probably need to turn some settings down. Or make sure that your limit frame rate is turned on. And we're 114 miles out. My plane is rocking back and forth. I'm not sure why. Is that the wind? Wind's died down a little bit at 26,000 feet. We're at 90 knots now. A crosswind, 113 miles away. F-14 keeps buzzing us. He's having fun. Take a look at Detroit. I don't think Detroit's too busy right now. Have ATC? Yes, we do. And it's like the active is gonna be, they're landing north. Maybe. Not. Our flight plan has us going to runway. Looks like 04 left. But depending on how things go, we may get all three or a couple of them. We'll see. Shall see. So what I usually expect is try to be at 18,000 feet, around 18,000 feet, around 60 miles away from the airport, and that's when you'll contact approach if approach is online. Streaming is not my full-time job. I do this in the meantime, in between time. But I do enjoy it though, a lot. And I'm thankful that I've finally got to a point where I've been able to get consistent again with streaming. If you guys remember, like maybe it was a couple months, maybe 2-3 months back now, when I was like streaming random as heck. It was like, oh, he's here. And it bothered me. I hated not being on schedule, like not having like at least like right now I feel like I have like a soft schedule where like, okay, I know that my goal is to be here on these days, and that's where I'm at. We got, was it Bob? Yeah, Bob. We got Bob with us today. Looking good though. Really nice. It is pretty turbulent out here though. Let's take a look at that wing flex, shall we? If it's happening, is wing flex happening? Let's go look. Not that violent. You can see a little bit of shakiness. Oh yeah, you see it now. Oh yeah, you see it. I know you see it. Would I make streaming my full-time job later on? I don't think I would mind. I don't think I would mind. I mean, I think one of the things that everybody would love to do is get paid to do what you love. It doesn't matter what that is, but get paid to do what you love. And I do love this. I do love streaming. I love chatting with you guys and all that. Like, it's really cool. I love being able to make, you know, YouTube videos and gaming videos, stuff like that, reviews. Like, I do enjoy all that. It's really cool because gaming has always been a major part of my life. I've just, you know, when I started this channel, recently started streaming it, but since I was a kid, I've been playing games, you know, and it's just kind of cool to, you know, get a little older, and now you can make a little income from it. And if I can make that a legit job, then yeah, heck yeah. But, you know, every job has its struggles, but, you know, even this one would be, even if this was my job. I'll say this though, is I've been thankful to anything that I have done. Not anything, but a lot of the things that I've done in the past as a hobby has usually turned into some type of income bringing in type of thing. It's not always a job per se, but then again, it doesn't always have to feel like a job, because just because you're getting paid to do something doesn't mean it's a job. Or does it? Is that the definition of a job, is to get paid to do something? And if it is, then, you know, then you don't have to, I don't know, maybe it is a job then. Maybe I have like 5 jobs then. If getting paid to do something is a job, then that means I have like 5 jobs. I get paid to do a lot of things, different things, but they're not all full-time, sit at office kind of things. Yeah, you should, man. There's a lot of people who stream flight sim and all kind of stuff, man. So there's always room for one more. Even if people don't believe it is, there's always room for one more. Some games can be saturated. I'll warn you. Try not, if you're gonna start out streaming something. All right, we're almost at 18,000. If you're gonna start streaming something, try not to stream something that's extremely saturated, especially if you're just starting out. Unless you already have an audience from somewhere else, I wouldn't recommend you try and streaming something super saturated. Example, Fortnite. Because if there's like 1,000 people on Twitch right now streaming Fortnite, why would anybody watch you? That's the truth. Why isn't there rain in Infinite Flight? They're just not. They haven't added it yet. They haven't added rain or clouds. They have all the information that comes in. Like the weather system really is real. Like the weather system they have in Infinite Flight is legit. It has all the information of real world weather happening in Infinite Flight. They just don't have a visual representation of it yet. So hopefully they'll get that soon. All right, 70 miles out. We're at 18,000, and we're not yet ready to contact ATC. But again, guys, I will remind you guys, please watch for separation, please. 10 miles, guys, 10 miles. Before you talk to it, before you talk to approach, that'd be really good. That'd be super dope. No, I don't think clouds would distract my landing. I would love freaking clouds. That's probably, like, I would, of all things they could add to Infinite Flight, 3D build, say 3D buildings, clouds, 3D buildings, clouds, 3D buildings, clouds. I'm really close, like either or, like 3D buildings and clouds are the two most things that I personally want on Infinite Flight, because I would enjoy it so much more. I really would. Alright, let's go ahead and we should be able to switch over. Yep, to Detroit 1 approach. And let's go ahead and contact them now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the music down or off. We're down, we're off, we're down, we're off, we're down, we're off. Let's pause it. I can't decide.
Delta 644, turn left heading 300.
Turn right heading 330, Whiskey App.
Blue 116 is 3 nautical miles east of Livingston Coast, Spencer at 18,000 feet. Requesting hours approach any runway with the Takeoff
Blue 18017, turn right heading 220.
For Langkemper 928 is 9 nautical miles west of Coolman at Yama 5,500 feet. Requesting visual approach runway 22 right at Detroit Metro.
Turn right heading 220, Blue 18017.
Romeo Alpha Victor India November, turn left heading 120.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
14,000, Romeo Alpha Victor India November.
November 236, Romeo Locus 4 nautical miles east of Detroit Metro at 6,700 feet. Requesting
3116, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 4 right at Detroit Metro.
Roger.
Alright, expecting vectors 04 right and Detroit. Level 18,000.
Turn left heading 120, descend and maintain 5,000.
Left 120 down to 5,000.
Turn left heading 120, descend and maintain 5,000. Blue 116.
Oh shoot, wrong button. I want heading. I want heading.
Contacting Detroit Metro Tower on 135.0.
There we go. We do need to slow down though, so do that now. And down to 5,000. Wow, that was a pretty big jump. So we'll go down to 11 first before we continue down. That was at about 2,000 feet per minute. That shouldn't hurt our ears too bad.
Turn left heading 210.
Yeah, that's fine.
Limpert 6250, turn left heading 020.
Turn right.
We're gonna speed down, make sure their engines are at idle.
Turn left heading 210.
Actually, we don't need to do that. We can
Turn left
go
heading
faster.
020.
Now we'll leave it, whatever.
Lindbergh 6250.
Thank you, Delta 644.
Air Shuttle 1949, radar contact.
Air Shuttle 1949 is 2 nautical miles northeast of Williams Field at 12,000 feet. Requesting aisles approach runway 4 left at Detroit Metro.
What time do I usually start my streams? At 11 o'clock Eastern.
Roger, Air Shuttle 1949.
Eastern. I always forget what time it is Zulu. It's like 15 or 1600 Zulu. One of those.
Maintain 10,000. Romeo Alpha Victor India November. Turn left heading 070. Descend and maintain 4,000.
Yeah, 1500 Zulu.
Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 4 right approach.
Turn right heading 130. Descend and maintain 10,000. Air Shuttle 1949.
I will do my best, guys, to have the smoothest landing as possible.
Turn right heading 220, Romeo Echo Delta 2.
I feel like I've gotten better though. We don't have as many. We don't have as many cringe landings as we used to have.
Cleared aisles runway 4 right. Romeo Alpha Victor India November. Sri Lankan 928.
Yeah, I say as many.
Destination airport is not accepting incoming traffic at this time.
Uh-oh.
Air India 592, requesting descent to 3,000.
What is the weather like in Texas in the winter? It's random as heck. Sometimes it actually does get a little cold. And for us, cold is like anything below 65. Really, anything below, yeah, anything below 65 is cold. Or no. Yeah, anything below 65 is cold for us. So right now it's like nice. It's like, I think it's like 72, 73, but it's not winter anymore. It's spring. But our winters are weird here. They're not really winter. We don't get any snow, or if we do, it's very rare. Very, very rare. Like, you'll be lucky if you see snow in Texas. Or not just Texas, in my part of Texas. It's different because Texas is so massive that the south part of Texas, it doesn't snow. But like if you're up north Texas or near Oklahoma, it snows there all the time. Yeah, there's 12,000. Let's take a look at our speed. Turn our HUD back on. Yeah, speed looks good. We're at 240 actually. So we'll be clear to go ahead and continue down below 5,000. I mean, sorry, 10,000.
Delta 754. Expect vectors for the aisles approach runway.
Thank you, WindXFX, for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family.
Oscar Yankee Bravo 996 is 2 nautical miles east of Maple Grove at 18,000 feet. Requesting aisles approach any runway at Detroit.
Alright, right heading 220, Blue 162.
Turn right heading 220, Blue 116.
Delta 1, turn left heading 060.
Alright, here comes 10,000. Speed looks good. Check. 400 above.
Delta 644, turn right heading 300.
Lane lights on.
Singapore 611, turn right heading 330.
Turn right heading 330, Singapore 611.
Romeo Oscar Yankee Bravo 996. Expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 4 right of Detroit Metro. Iberia 1987 is 1 nautical mile southwest of Toledo Express at 15,400 feet. Requesting aisles approach any runway at Detroit Metro. Roger, Romeo Oscar Yankee Bravo 996.
Detroit approach 1, Alpha 5.
I'm doing good, Windex. Thanks for asking, man. Windex FX.
Romeo Oscar Yankee Bravo 996. Turn left heading 15.
Anything above 32 degrees in Michigan is warm. Yeah, it's not like that here. I know it gets cold though. In Michigan. Yeah, they're accepting traffic. It was somebody else flying to some other airport near.
Delta 1175. Turn left heading 140. Descend and maintain 5,000. Iberia 1987. Expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 3 right of Detroit Metro. Romeo Alpha Victor India November.
Would I rather live cockpit or realistic weather in infinite flight? I would prefer realistic weather with clouds than live cockpit. That's my personal preference.
Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 4 right approach.
Turn left heading 130, descend and maintain 4,000, Romeo Echo Delta 2.
Iberia 1987, turn right heading 070, descend and maintain 10,000. Limpert 6250,
but
turn left heading 2.
I say that as a person who has a PC sim. So like if I want a clickable cockpit, I'm gonna play a PC sim. That's the thing. That's the thing though. Like if I didn't have a PC sim, I would probably prefer to have workable cockpit.
Turn left heading 140.
Now that I think about it. Oh look, Blue's moving around.
approach 1, Spirit Wings
Blue.
480 with you.
Turn left heading 140. Descend and maintain 6000. Delta 250.
Detriot
He's
approach
looking
1,
himself.
Marine 420 with you.
Spirit Wings 480. Roger. Marine 420. Radar contact. Detriot approach 1. Delta 49 with you. Romeo Echo Delta 2. Turn left heading 070. Climb and maintain 4000. Maintain 4000 until established on the localizer. Clear dials.
Alright, we're level at 5,000, heading 220, 240 knots as the last vector that he has given us.
Established on the localizer. Clear dials runway 4 right. Romeo Echo Delta 2.
Looks like we're to the west of the airport right now. Take a look at the map. Yeah, we're on a left downwind runway 04 right, so we're landing actually really soon, so let's get ready. I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
Contact Detroit Metro Tower on
30 knots.
Contacting Detroit Metro Tower on 135.0.
Seatbelt signs are on.
Tango 24. Turn right heading 320.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Delta 644.
Limpert 6250. Turn right heading 250. Descend and maintain 4000.
What's up, Branks? Good to see you, man.
Heading 250. Descend and maintain 4000. Lindbergh 6250.
You know, I haven't tried a time lapse yet for Infinite Flight with the new replay system, but the way if I were doing one, okay, there he goes with the shaking. Blue, stop. If I were gonna do a time lapse on Infinite Flight, I would. I don't think there's a speed up function in replay mode. Like you have to watch it in real time. Yeah. So what I would do is I would do the entire flight, go to the replay, set it in whatever view you want to watch the time lapse in, and then set whatever you're recording with to record, and just let it go. And you have to wait real time. You have to wait for it to finish. And when it's finished, you take it into your video editing program, and then you speed it up. You don't speed up in the beginning. Thank you, Jeremy, for the donation. This better be butter, no pressure. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Turn left heading 210. Descend and maintain 5000.
Turn left heading 210.
And there it is. Appreciate it again, man.
FedEx 110.
Sauce King, enjoy the flight, bro.
Destination airport is not accepting incoming traffic at this time. Blue 120. Turn right heading 140. Delta 49. Expect.
I'm just getting used to that now.
Approach runway 4 right.
It's gonna happen. There's nothing I can do about it.
Turn right heading 140. Blue 120.
Unless I lock him out, and he'll just be whining because he'll be upset that I locked him out.
Good day. FedEx 110.
Actually, no, he wouldn't. If I put the gate up, he won't.
Turn left
He's a good dog.
070. Descend and maintain 4000. Maintain 4000 until established on the localizer.
Alright, where are we?
Dials runway 4 right approach. Turn right heading 230. Descend and maintain 6000. Delta 49.
And we're probably coming in after Fat Albert.
Contact Detroit Metro Tower on 135.0.
Fat Albert.
Contacting Detroit Metro Tower on 135.0. Singapore 611.
Ice cream that landing. That's funny. Thing gonna be smooth as gelato is what I'm looking for on the landing. Forget the butter. Well, I'm glad you guys appreciate the dog noises. Can the normal iOS screen recorder record that long? Honestly, I don't know. Turn left 120 down to 4000. I have never tried it, but that is definitely an option. Try it and find out. Let me know what you learn. Thank you, Odell. Thank you for donation, bro, on Super Chat. Appreciate it, bro. Almost missed it too. Thank you so much. Go down here since we're going away from the airport.
Blue 120. Turn right heading 180. Romeo Oscar.
Tudo bem.
Turn right heading 260.
Stop.
Turn right heading 260. Romeo Oscar Yankee Bravo 996. Blue 116. Turn left heading 070. Descend and maintain 4000. Maintain 4000 until established on the localizer. Clear dials runway 4 right approach.
turn left.
Alright, left 1, was it what, left 070 to establish on localizer 04 right. Sorry, left, I always try to practice because so many words in there and I try to practice that. Left 070, maintain 4000 until established on localizer 04 right, approach blue 116. There we go. Tell you guys, practice these things now. Alright, 04 right is what we're looking for. Go flaps 1.
Flaps 1 degree.
Alright, nice. Justin's gonna be behind me. Maybe we'll get a parallel again. Looking. Alright, cool. So our vector, we're still a ways out, honestly. We're 21 miles out. I'm gonna speed up to 225 knots. We get a little bit closer to the localizer. We're pretty far out. Delta's, I wonder where's this guy? Is he landing? He might land ahead of us in the 777. Don't speed up too much. Situational awareness.
Contacting Detroit Metro Tower on 135.0. Fat Albert 888.
Air Shuttle 1949. Turn left heading 08.
I have an adapter. It's an HDMI. HDMI to like iPhone adapter. Hopefully it doesn't turn anything off. This thing right here. This is this little white piece. It's an HDMI to iPhone adapter. Here is the black one is the HDMI cord. The white one, the little white one is just my charger. So it has 2 slots. They have maintain best forward A-frame. So you can get, some of these come with like only one thing, so it's just HDMI, but I recommend you get one with the charger cord too, so that you can charge and record at the same time. Right now I'm charging my phone, which I need to do, plus I am mirroring my screen to my computer, which OBS is picking up. Alright, swatch. That best forward speed, which we could go a little faster. We could go a little faster. We're 16 miles out. I don't want to go too fast, so we can go a little faster. We're gonna go arm our spoilers here. Honestly, we probably should. I want to go. I don't want to bust past my flap speed, which I think we already did. Oh shoot! I turn to 035. And we overshot the localizer. Darn it! Going too fast. Let's slow down. Back down to 230. And I'm gonna try to re-intercept that localizer from the other side. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to focus on landing now, so if you have any questions, please hold those till we get on the ground. Go stereo cockpit from here on out.
Avoid sending duplicate messages. Blue 120, turn right heading 290. Blue 116, contact Detroit Metro Tower on 135.0.
Alright, contacting tower on 35.0. All inbound, landing. I'm not actually on the ILS though yet. Okay, right, so 35. Okay, I am now. Now I'm on the ILS. Landing on the ILS 04 right.
Detroit Metro Tower, Blue 116, inbound on the ILS.
Let's slow down.
Romeo Echo Delta 2.
What's weird is 04 right is actually the center runway. And that's what was confusing me earlier.
Romeo Echo Delta 2.
I hear him sneaking into my room over there.
Please check tutorials on the forum for assistance using ATC.
Right, I'll use what I usually do is I use number 2 through land. We'll use the yeah, we're right on it.
Cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared
Flaps
to
2
land.
degrees.
And we'll go approach mode first. And if that doesn't crash us, we'll allow approach mode to fly us on the glide slope and localizer until we get a few miles, like a mile or whatever, mile or 2 out, and then we'll land it by hand. Good.
Number 1.
We are number 2. Who's in front of us?
Right, Delta 644. Thank you. Good day, Delta 644.
Fat Albert's in front of us. Cool. He's in 777, I believe. No, he's in 737. Somebody's in
Delta
777.
91. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved Delta 91. Good day.
If you're interested, stick around, and we'll be watching the takeoff and landing once the flight is complete. We are 7.5 miles away. Zoom in, I might see the traffic ahead of us. I do, I see somebody taking off, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's get our speed down. 6.5, flaps.
Flaps
10.
5 degrees. Flaps 10 degrees.
And gear up.
Gear down.
Gonna hide the map. Calibrate my screen. Be calibrating again here in a bit.
Detroit Metro Tower, Lindbergh 6250, inbound on
Flaps
the ILS
15
runway 3
degrees.
right.
Lindbergh 6250. Number 2. Runway 3 right. Cleared to land.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 3 right, Lindbergh 6250.
Flight attendants, prepare for landing. A little late for that, right? On final, then you prepare for landing? Would I rather 4K scenery
Exit runway when
or
able
3D
and
buildings in
contact
infinite
ground.
flight? Why do I have to
Please
choose?
Traffic on final.
Flaps
Flaps
25
25.
degrees.
Alright, spoils are armed, landing lights are on, the signs are on, flight attendants are seated. Trim is set, flaps 25. Go
1,000.
4-5. Alright guys, go. Let's see how we do. Go flaps 30. I'm gonna go flaps 40.
Flaps 40 degrees.
40 degrees, that's a lot of flaps. Alright, we're 2 miles out.
Right.
And to me, it looks clear. And we'll calibrate one more time, and we will take control. Alright, my controls.
Delta 644. Exit runway.
Boy, it looks all sketchy now.
Contact ground on the taxiway.
Oh, you can tell the difference.
400. Approaching minimums.
644.
Minimums. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Landing spoilers extended.
A little early on the reversers, didn't actually mean to go in the reverse.
3116. Exit runway when able.
I was just trying to turn the
taxiway.
throttles back. Alright, manual braking. Wilco.
Wilco, Blue 116.
Take the high speed exit.
For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Don't be fooled by the head shake.
And that it is safe for you to move about.
Might look rougher than it was.
You may use your mobile phones if you wish.
Honestly, I don't know.
Please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have.
Right, we are clear of the taxiway. I'm gonna go over here. We have somebody else taxiing that away. We'll park right here, and we'll go ahead and contact ground. Let's taxi to parking. Welcome to Detroit, guys.
Detroit
Oh
Metro
no,
ground,
that is not what I want to do.
116, ready to taxi.
Horizon 563. Pushback approved.
Detroit Metro Ground, Blue 116, request taxi to parking.
Fat Albert 888, request permission to cross runway 9 left.
Alright, flaps up.
Flaps 5 degrees. Flaps up.
Pulls up.
Spoilers
Blue
retracted.
116, taxi to parking.
Taxiing to parking, Blue
Strobe and land
116.
lights off. And where are we parking to get? Where are we parking to get
Fat
today,
Albert
guys?
888, cross runway 27
Let's
right.
see, we are
Crossing
over
runway
there.
27
Parking
right.
is to the
Fat Albert
south.
888.
We need to cross 9 on the left.
Pushback approved.
Actually.
Horizon 563.
Go ahead and request cross that runway. Is it left or right? Is left.
Detroit Metro Ground, Horizon 563, ready to taxi with information for deck.
Blue 116, request permission to cross runway 9 left.
Horizon 563, taxi to runway 3 left. Contact tower when ready.
Alright,
Blue 116,
cross.
cross
Wait,
runway
that's
27
not.
right.
He hit the wrong.
Crossing runway 27
That's
right.
right, that's the right one.
Blue 116.
Approaching
Alright, so when you cross
runway
runway,
9.
make sure you turn the
Horizon
strobe lights
563.
and land lights on. Wherever you are on the runway, make sure your strobe and landing lights are on. And don't take all day when you're crossing the runway. I turn my hood off. And we are
Detroit
clear.
Metro Ground, Lindbergh
Runway
6250.
27 right.
Request taxi to parking.
Lindbergh 6250, taxi to parking.
And landing lights, strobe lights off.
Taxiing to parking, Lindbergh 6250.
That wing view is so nice, man. It really is. What we got here? We got a little bitty CRJ by Frontier. I didn't know Frontier had CRJs. I really didn't. I wonder if anybody's flying the A330 by Delta. I haven't seen one of those yet. I'm actually surprised I haven't seen them. I was really thinking about flying the MD-11 with the old school Delta livery. I really like that one. But I was like, you know what? Let's do 737. Justin, are you still doing circles? 360s? Why, man? I thought you were landing right in behind me. Bit of a long taxi. Park right between those two guys. Yeah, we'll park next to the MD-11 over there. There's a gap in the terminals to get there.
Lindbergh 6250. Request permission to cross runway 3
I
left.
don't see. Okay, there's a. I don't see taxi lines that take me over there. I see them now.
Lindbergh 6250, cross runway 3 left.
Crossing runway 3
I don't
left.
know, man. If they keep you up
Lindbergh
there, they may have a reason.
6250.
I just want to see this guy land real quick. I'm gonna hit the brakes. I don't know who that is. Real smooth on the approach though. Nice. Looking good. I don't know who that was. Bob, get out the way. We'll see. Hopefully mine looked like that. I don't know if it'd be that smooth. I don't know if it was that smooth, but it was it wasn't bad. Alright, I already know where we're parking at. Get to it.
Detroit Metro Ground, Air India 592, request taxi to park.
Make sure when you're taxiing that you do pay attention around you. Make sure you just don't hit anybody, especially if you're using the
Air
inside
India
view,
592,
like I am.
taxi to parking.
Taxiing to parking, Air India 592.
Look both ways.
Detroit Metro Ground.
And we'll
Romeo
park
Oscar
right
Yankee Bravo
here.
996. Request taxi to parking.
Romeo Oscar Yankee Bravo 996.
Oh man, I'm just yanking this thing around. Passengers are like sick
Detroit Metro
of my
Ground,
taxiing.
November
Brakes.
199 Lima uniform. Ready for pushback with information.
I mean, I was trying to stay on the line. I was just a little bit aggressive with the rudder. All right, we made it, guys. Let's go ahead and shut the engines down.
November 199 Lima uniform. Pushback approved.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
You also have a good day. Who was that, actually? Who was our ATC? Plane Train TV.
Ready for pushback with information, Quebec.
Thank you. Good day. Fat Albert 888. Horizon 563.
Where is it? Miscellaneous. Thank you. Good day.
Pushback approved. Horizon 563.
Alright, we're tuned out.
you. Good
Alright,
day.
seatbelt signs off, beacon
116.
lights off. That should file our. That should log our flight with Infinite. One of those guys. I can't remember who it does it with. Yeah, I think that's it. And as you guys know, I like to kind of sit here for like a minute and just allow the replay to. Why are you taxiing with your doors open? Bro, your doors are open. Do you not know your doors are open? I don't think he knows his doors are open. Scraping that door on the ground. He doesn't know. Man, this looks just like our how our flight started. Now where'd he go? He still doesn't know that his door is open. Frontier's gonna fire that guy. Justin, you're a bit far out, man. I don't know if I can. I don't know. I guess he's just gonna taxi with his doors open. Doors suicidal. Yeah, ATC would probably, hey, bro, you have a door. Frontier 82 Sierra Bravo, your door is open. All the passengers are back there like, hey, did he not know the door was open? Is it the AC not working? Are you trying to get air in here? Got the door wide open. All right, that's enough stalling. Let's see, Justin, how far are you now? If you're close, I'll watch. If not, I gotta go. Yeah, you're like 10 miles away still, bro. You're just barely getting on the glide slope. You're barely on, man. But yeah, thank you guys. If you have to head out, man, thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. I'm glad that I was able to stream. Hope you guys are having a great Easter week and Easter weekend. A good Friday. Oh, look at this Spirit. Spirit has shown up. I feel like Spirit is probably more unpopular than Ryanair. Oh, bro. You know what I didn't realize until the other day? One of the pilot YouTubers, her name is Dutch Pilot Girl. I didn't know she was a Ryanair pilot. 757 by Delta, hold up. All right, you know what, Justin? Because only in only because Justin has been around for so long and been such a supporter of the channel. I am gonna watch you land, bro. I wasn't gonna do it. I don't do this for a lot of people. I don't do this for everybody, all right? I want you guys to know that. I don't do this for everyone. So we gotta find 04 right, which is this away. And we will wait for Justin to land on 04 right. There it is. And after that, we'll watch my replay. All right, sounds good to everybody? Please, no one else ask me to watch them land today, because I can't. I'm stretching it for you, bro. So give us a good show. No pressure. Alright, he's on 5 mile final or less. To be honest with you, I don't mind the Spirit Airlines plane itself. I don't. I really don't. I actually personally like the design. And you guys might disagree with me, but I like the design of the actual Spirit aircraft. I do. I just don't like the airline. That's all. I like that it looks like a banana in the sky. Alright, so everybody, let's cheer on. I feel like Justin is like that last guy, you know, like if you're watching a race, like somebody's running a race or a marathon, it's like that last guy, like, it's okay. It's okay, you made it, you finished. You got last place, but you finished. I feel like that's what we're doing to Justin right now. He's like that very last guy, everybody just feels bad for him, so they clap. Oh, man. Anyways, no pressure, bro. You better put this down like ice cream. Better lay that ice on him. Not in our view yet. It's coming. Oh, there he is. Wow, that popped up quickly. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I mean, I can't say nothing because we ain't watched mine yet, so I can't really comment people's landings until you see mine. I can't be like, oh, that was good, that was bad. No, I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing at all. I'm just gonna shut up. But I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. All right, let's go watch mine. Let's go in flight. Infinite flight. Yes. And that should log our flight. Boom! Infinite operation flight log has finished. Grade 3 XP 1000. Amazing. Cool. Back to the main menu. We'll go to the replay. Hey, watch that replay. You're right, you weren't on the send line either. But again, I don't comment on people's landings until I see mine. Plus, I mean, it's just a freaking mobile flight simulator. Your landings don't really matter on here. But it is important you understand the physics behind it so that you can do that in real life. Justin was laughing on final. Alright, we're loading a replay now. I'm getting hungry. It's lunchtime, guys. We gotta get out of here so I can eat. I don't know what I'm gonna eat yet. Hopefully some toast after this landing.
This is a song about a very minor character from Rick and Morty.
Alright, there we are. Alright, so we're gonna fast forward to our takeoff and then we'll watch the landing. There really wasn't anything interesting happening in between. So we'll watch the takeoff and the landing, which is the most two interesting part. I'll probably just do one view for takeoff because, you know, it's just takeoff. I know I didn't tail strike or anything like that, so nothing crazy happened. There's nothing of significance happened. Oh, look at F-22 land. I didn't even realize that happened. F-22 ain't easy to land either. I think it's hard. That is my least favorite plane to land, is the F-22. Alright, cool. Fast forward. Here we are. Oh no, I did not want to take a screenshot. Whoa. Alright, play. We'll watch in side camera.
is 35 nautical miles to the east of 35,800 feet.
It's a great view right there. There it is, rotate. Eee, we're close. No tail strike. It shouldn't have been because I barely pulled the yoke back. Just barely, man. There's a gear going up. Beautiful. Gorgeous departure right there. I like that. It's a great view. That wing flex. Wing flexing on us right now. Showing off. Showing off.
Frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved. Air Canada 225 heavy. Good day.
And zoom. Alright, let's continue. We just went straight for like a while. And now I'm gonna switch it to outside view. We're gonna fast all the way to the end. Wow, it's amazing how quick that loads though, right? That's just crazy. Alright, flaps are full. We're watching from that same view. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I just love like when you're going up or you're going down, the winds are just like, just extended. I don't know, it's something. I don't know why we like that so much. Not sure why. What's up, Ninja Gamer? Good to see you, man. Ariel Gonzalez, welcome to the stream. Better late than never. The wind on takeoff wasn't bad at all. It was, I don't remember what it was exactly, but it wasn't bad. And yes, Ninja, I am streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time right now. The craziest that the winds were en route. It was 160 at one point. Here we go. So we're a little high. We landed a little later than we should have, but it's okay. I'm okay with using a little extra runway. It's there, why not use it? See how it looks here. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Broke, I mean, come on. I mean, dang, it was almost so smooth, but then I like rocked to the right a little bit. Let's see that again, let's rewind. I was like, ooh, this thing was about to be, this thing was about to be smooth as heck. But I don't know, I think, what did I do right there? I don't know if I hit the rudder or something. I'm not sure what I did, but the plane just kind of like did that kind of thing. But it was gonna be, it was gonna be like freaking. It was gonna be real smooth. Yeah, and then I have to correct, because look, let me say, let's go back real quick, because I think I was on the center line at touchdown, wasn't I? I don't remember. Which one was worse, mine? Justin, your landing looked a lot better than mine, honestly. Difference is I was on the center line when I landed. That's the one thing I did right. I think that's the reason why you see the plane kind of like go like that, was because I was so intent on trying to stay on the center line. Because one thing I usually have an issue with, and maybe you guys can help me out with this, is whenever my plane finally touches down, the wind just like takes me whichever direction it wants to take me. Whichever direction it's going, it always pushes me like off the runway or towards the edge. This happens to me on X-Plane too. And it's something I'm trying to figure out how to avoid. Maybe it's just I'm not doing my rudder input correctly. Over exaggerating my rudder input or something. We're just like right there. You don't even see my rudder moving.
Exit runway when able. Contact ground on the taxiway.
Let's watch from another view. We'll do this one. I kind of wish there was a slow-mo function where you could kind of like go in slow-mo. So I want to kind of pay attention to my rudder here. See, there was a little bit of a crosswind. It's a little bit, not much, but a little bit of crosswind. Yeah, okay, so there's my rudder going so left hard. That's what threw me off. I should have just left it alone, honestly. It would have been okay. I saw when I came to touch down, my nose was pointing one way. But that's what the idea was, using the rudder to maintain center line. I think I did too much. Okay, so nose is pointing left a little bit. For some reason I put rudder to the left. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. Completely butchered what was almost a very smooth landing. And you couldn't even see all that from the inside view. Watch. You just see me touch down, the nose just goes left. Violently. Alright, what other view should we watch? We watched that one view like a million times already. Was it wing view? Left wing view? Those spoilers look so sexy, don't they? Yeah, again, I don't have an explanation for some of the things that I did when I was landing. Alright, well guys, welcome to Detroit. Yeah, that's how this ends. Thank you so much once again, guys, for joining me for another Friday night flight. I always look forward to these with you guys. And flying with you guys. There's no other simulator that you really get the same type of multiplayer experience with flight sims. It's just different. It's very different, and I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna watch this landing one more time. Actually. Some of these songs are so freaking random. But alright guys, yeah, like I said, yeah, I've said all that I need to say. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you got 3 choices. Give up. Oh, F1 stream today? No F1 stream today. There will be no more streams at all today. This is my only stream. Check Discord. I don't know yet. I don't really know. We may fly to Atlanta from here. We might. We'll see. We'll see. But some people may be flying to Atlanta from here, and we'll be organizing that in Discord. So join Discord. If one of the moderators can post that in the chat, that would be great. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys next time, next video. Peace.